doing? Hope you can hear me all right. I've got my microphone on. I'm in Northampton and it's a look at that view. So I couldn't not share this with you. We're on the River Nen and I'm going to head up towards, well, past all these swans and all these ducks onto the Grand Union Northampton Arm, which is a place where not a lot of other boaters venture down from or down to, because there's 17 locks I've got to do. So yeah, keeps you fit, I tell you. Well, yeah. The thing is, I've got, because we're on a river, yeah, you're supposed to have all these precautions like wearing a life jacket and such. I've got my anchor at the front. Just need to get a few more bits and bobs. So yeah, talk amongst yourselves. Oof. Just setting up the camera for maximum, what would you call it? Or minimum vibration, I should say. Because of my old engine, it does chug a bit, doesn't it? Right, I'm about to start the engine up. Here we go. Yep, let's crank it. Now the flow on this river is so slow that I'm not sure which way it's even going. I think it's, yeah, it's obviously heading from this way down. That's downstream that way there. So I want to ideally untie the rope at the back, because then the front one's keeping you on. I could tie this on, the middle one, but it's just not attached to anything. I mean, there's no bollard or anything. Ugh. Right, that's the back rope off. The stern line, as I should say. But I don't, because I'm not a sailor. We're going to drive this boat that way. We're heading onto the Grand Union Northampton Arm. So the Grand Union has lots of different arms coming off all over. And this one in particular that we're headed to allows you to reach Northampton and the River Nen, and then that turns into the River Nene, depending on where you're from on the actual river. So this navigation I'm on right now goes all the way up to the Wash, get back to Boston this way. Well, if the river wasn't in flood, which it is now. So I'm just going to test, see how much of a flow there is on this river. So the boat's completely untethered. It's drifting a little bit, so there's just minimal, very minimal flow on this river, which is good. That's how we want it. And this is a very short journey, really. So, I think it's only about 800 metres. I'm not sure, actually. But not very far. Maybe 400 metres. I'm not very good with metric systems or even measurements in general. But look at that. All the geese and swans are out because they know people feed. They just love to feed the ducks and stuff from here. So that's where they all come out to this bridge. These are the river moorings for if you want to come to Northampton, get as close as possible. Here's where you get to, but you have to pay extra. Say you've got a Canal and River licence. Well, this isn't Canal and River Trust waters that we're on right now. This is Environment Agency. Different kettle of fish. Sun's right in my eyes, so I can't really see your comments at the moment, but I'm just going to load up my phone, spare phone. Lovely, just seeing all your comments. That's fantastic. Welcome to Wobbly Boater, that's Al, and he's looking after the chat, moderator. That's why he's got a little blue spanner next to his name. He is quite handy as well, but it's not for that reason. But he's got the blue spanner. Yeah, plenty of water depth here, Al, definitely. So what we're going to do is come across a bridge in a minute. We'll show you exactly how high the river is, I suppose. It's up, but I think what I've been told by the locals is that it's so the flood alleviation scheme that they've got in Northampton is so good, and also because they are the highest point on the Nen, I believe, navigable Nen, so it all flows downstream out of the town, so it doesn't flood as much. That's my opinion. That's what I've heard as well. Some cracking pubs here while I've been in Northampton. There's plenty to choose from. I can't actually decide which one's pub of the week. There's one called the King Billy Rock Bar. That's my choice for, if you want to see some live music, or get a jukebox going with play some metal if you want. It's one of them places. It's a rockers and bikers bar, really, but really friendly. Of course it is. And then there's the Malt Shovel. Malt Shovel, proper good old pub with lots of metal signs everywhere, and they've got some card games. In fact, I went and played Cards Against Humanity with some locals in there the other day, which is, if you know that game, it's quite an icebreaker, I'll tell you that. So I had a really nice time here in Northampton. I really don't want to leave, but I've got work to do elsewhere, so I have got to leave today. And the weather's so nice, I can't not make you a little video as well. Shout out to Gary Dickens. He was the only boat that I saw on the Northampton arm, which we'll see in a minute. The only boater on there going up through the locks, and he's done them a fair few times, he tells me. It is a great effort to get here. It's about 17 locks. They're all narrow ones though, so it's not as bad as you think. It's just you can't really moor up between. I might have to moor on a lock landing. That's the thing. If I choose to head off today, go up through the locks, I'm not going to make it through 17. before it gets dark anyway. Yeah, so great pubs in Northampton. I cannot recommend this place enough. People are just so friendly. Some lovely people here. And I really, really do not want to leave, but you know, got jobs to do, got Canal Boat Diaries to carry on filming, so I'm now moving back towards the main part of the Grand Union, the main part of the system. You know, we just got to get filming before we lose all this lovely autumn light. Just about to go past the Carlsberg beer factory here. So I think they are brewing today, because I'm getting a nice good old smell of the hops and everything, or the mash as they would call it, the early stages of the brew. Just got to watch out for my chimney. I'm going to crank it a little bit so we can get through this bridge. So I've already lost one chimney this year, and I've had it replaced. The one on the left, that's the one for the... So I'll say that again because I was underneath a bridge. The one on the left is a Morco boiler, connects to a Morco boiler. Now I've still got the parts, if anyone needs any parts for a Morco boiler. I've got the flue, the thing that goes all the way down onto the unit. I've just had to take the top bit off because that's the bit I smashed under a bridge. Right, so just around this corner, just coming up, that's where we're going to go. You can see some boats moored up perhaps ahead of us. Well, that's not where I'm going, that's just after, so there's a turning before there. I can see a little bit, I can actually see a little bit of a flow coming through, little eddies that you get when the water flows around, and so I'm going to step up the speed a little bit, and we're taking a left turn now towards the lovely Canal and River Trust blue signs. Oh yeah, I've missed those. And it actually starts to get really, really shallow here because it's not been dredged for a while. Really shallow, so this is going to take me a while just to get near the lock. Thank you for all your comments coming through, lovely to see them. Can't quite respond at the moment because I'm concentrating. But yeah, hardly any flow today and not a challenge, as you can see. I've made it, here's the locks, so easy. That's why I'm not wearing a life jacket or anything like that, because it's just the conditions aren't, you know, I can swim, you're watching, I'm safe. It's my logic. But I do have my anchor ready to go. Pack the anchor away now. Which I will do the other side of this lock. A wee bit shallow here, but all the rain we've had recently may have brought the level up. Which I think it has. I'll just give you a little warning during the comments. If you do comment too many times, looking at some of you, if you comment too many times, you may get muted for a little bit, and that's out of my control, I'm afraid. But yeah, this chat's for everyone. if you're wondering, you're watching this back and you're thinking, what am I talking about? Talking about the comments that appear alongside the video while it rolls, while it carries on. So I'm just going to tie my boat there, get my windlass out. There we go. Right. I also might need a special key. The what's it? Yeah, that key. The anti-vandal key. So I'm in the boat right now, walking all the way to the front where the key is. Actually, it's not the anti-vandal key you need for these locks. It is your British Waterways key, or AKA Canal Rivers Trust Facilities key. I hope this is all informative information for you. Hi there. Yeah, that's right. I was just inside the boat. And now I'm out. And now we're going to go through this lock, which is number 1. Is it number 1? I don't know. I think it's actually number 17. So there are 17 on this arm. This arm of the Grand Union. Exciting stuff. Stay there. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much, I think I was probably the last boater to go out of this a few days back. Yeah, I mean, look, it's open. The only thing about these gates, you can't hop between them, which is really annoying, so I'm going to have to close this one, get over there, open that gate, and then walk all the way around. So there is a fair bit of walking on these, unfortunately. But they're good locks, they work. Mostly. There's always one where the paddles don't work, or are missing, or they've been being repaired or something. But they're all quite new locks. They've been repaired, I think, fairly recently. Well, that says 2003. That's not that new, but 20 years ago. Christ. But yeah, these locks never changed really. They've been like this the same dimension since the canal was built. Which, and I'm racking my brains now for the date. Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember when this canal was built. I'll find out in a minute and tell you. It is confusing because there's so many different dates on, like I just mentioned, on the gate. There's 2003, and then on the walls it'll say 1850, and yeah, 1893 I've got on one stone piece there. It's quite late on in the old canal building scheme of things. Very late on. I need to find out the date of this canal, the Northampton arm, so I can give you a definitive answer. Well, the Canal River Trust site doesn't say anything. All it can tell me is that maximum boat dimensions for this bit I'm about to go onto is 74 foot long. So it's pretty long. You can get some long boats down here. Width, obviously, like a narrow beam, so that's up to 7 foot. Draft, they're saying, is 4 foot, 1.23 metres. Headroom 7 feet 1. I never look at this information, it's quite interesting. The Canal River Trust website also says the Northampton arm is 4.8 miles long from here until Gatton Junction, and there are 17 locks. Well, we know that. We already know that one. The IWA's website is a little bit more helpful in terms of what we're looking for, and it says Opened 1st of May 1815. First of May 1815, so you can't get more accurate than that. They first had the idea 18 years before it became a reality. So there was a lot of waiting for this canal to be put in and link the rest of the Grand Union to the River Nen, as it's known as in Northampton. If you're closer to Peterborough, I think it's called River Nene. Here we go. I love it how you're all coming up with your dates. I've just told you it's 1815, you're just copying me now. No, well done, well done. Top marks to you all. Huge shout out to everyone who's bunking off work right now, or school, or whatever, to watch this. You naughty, naughty people. But you know, it's like Wind of the Willows says, you know, like is it Toad? Wind of the Willows. You know, there's nothing, I'm paraphrasing, nothing better use of your time than mucking around on boats, something like that, is what he said. And I fully agree with that. And that's what we're doing. Mucking around on a boat. Well, we're not mucking. We're going up through locks. At least one of them anyway. After this lock I need to sort something out and decide how far I'm going to get today. I'll go back to shut the gate behind me. My stove going, that's why you can see all the smoke from the front of the boat. I know you already know that, but it is pretty cold and wet. Well, I saw it was 13 degrees inside the boat earlier on, so I was like, I'll put the fire on a bit. And then by the time I finish this little journey, it'll be nice and toasty. Got loads of free wood on top, lots of ash from, well, just some trees that have got that ash dieback. If you know about trees, you know about that one. So I've just gotten a few logs from that. It's really good stuff because it doesn't take much time to dry out. Taking it easy because last 17 locks I've done, which is the same one as this, have all been downhill, different techniques, so I'm just, now I've got to relearn what it's like to go up through these locks. I know it well going down, but now I've got to sort of, right, so how much do I let out of that paddle? You know, do I put the other one, do I go across the other one now, or do I wind this all the way up? How far can I go? Will it send the boat crashing around? There's loads of variables. Every lock is different. So if I go full on that paddle there, what's it going to do? It's obviously going to be letting more water, more turbulence. And it's potentially going to slam the boat forward. But I've just realised I've left all my fenders down, so it's made it quite steady. But these aren't that narrow. These locks aren't that narrow that you need to take all your fenders up. It's just probably the best idea so you don't get them caught. Yep, so that's worked out all right. Just going to open the paddle on this side. There's one thing, there's one thing that I can't recommend about the moorings in Northampton is there's no water points. You have to go to the marina, which isn't far away, but it's just a hassle. So Northampton, cool place to overwinter. Like if you're going to stay continuous cruising over winter, I'm sure that'll be fine just hanging around Northampton, but you just got no facilities. unless you go into the marina, and then you know you're obviously paying for the privilege. And then you might as well just moor up in the marina. Which are they're friendly in the Northampton marina, really nice. I went for a drink with a couple of guys from there, they were really cool. So shout out to Rob and his girlfriend. We played Cards Against Humanity together. It was lol. Oh, and also I went to see a band on Saturday. They were really good. I even did a little bit of dancing. They played Sex Pistols, so I had a little bit of a skank, a bit of a boogie. I tried on some boots today because Northampton's famous for its shoemaking, leather craft and all that. So I tried on some boots, but they weren't quite right. Too many. I wanted a zip up the side. They didn't have a zip on it. Too many eyelets to deal with. Look at this guy racing on his cool little scooter. There's so many of these around in the town. It's like a big city. Like cities have them scooters everywhere. But there's a lot of students in Northampton, which I think is a good thing. It does make for a more vibrant place. Just like with boaters, the more boaters you've got, the more vibrant it's going to be. Anyway. Pretty much there now. The water's at the same level. I can just open this gate. Need my windlass to wind down the paddles. I love these live streams because it's like I can justify talking to myself. Right, what have we got here? Yeah, no anti-vandal handcuff type key is needed, but you may need your British Waterways key to get through some of these. But the good thing is, for most of the locks on this 17 lock section, you just go straight up to it and open them, go in. Easy and fun, if you like that sort of thing. Went to the music shop today, just the PMT one, it's like a chain. They're really good. Normally when you go into a music shop, they're just really arsey. They're just, you know, I wanted to try out a loop pedal with a guitar and a couple of guitar cables and an amp. So it was a bit to set up, but they did it and they allowed me to play the guitar, and that is unusual. Normally they will grab it and go, no, right, here we go, this is how you do it, and then just do all these ridiculous solos, and it never sounds that good. They just think they sound amazing. This is only like some certain people, they know who they are. They won't be watching this. And yeah, they're just solo until you're fed up. And And then you never get a chance to try it yourself, and it just turns you off from buying it. But today they let me play the thing myself. It sounded great because it's me playing and I'm amazing, obviously. And yeah, I really like my loop pedal. I'm going to practice that, and who knows, I could bring that to a live show next year. I've already got 3 booked in. I need a load more venues to express some interest. We're going very slowly at the moment. I wonder if that's because I've got something around the propeller. Possible. But there's not a lot of weed. There's not a lot of, well, not a lot of serious weed about this time of year. Not that kind of weed. There's plenty of that. There's not really much rubbish, plastic bags or anything that I've gotten stuck on. But I am very much stuck leaving this lock. I don't know what's happening. It would be quicker to push it out, which is what I'm now doing. Come on. Come on, old girl. We've got some more locks to do. So I'm gonna try and do a few more locks tonight. Just keep going until it gets dark, really. Right. There's a question there from Bev. She says sailing. We're not sailing, Bev. We're driving the boat. There's no sail. But you make a good question there. How was the Nene? You know, I think it's a tricky one. It's one where it's in flood for a lot of the time. Like if I wanted to go down the Nene today, no chance. It's all shut. The red flags are out. You know. Shouldn't have even been going on that river just there, but it's only because the signs don't get changed. You know, I checked on the website and it said Northampton fine. The stream, there's the flow that you're worried about with Northampton. As soon as you get through the town lock, you go off the rest of the navigation. It starts getting lower and lower, and you go into the valley. The Nen Valley, and then well, they don't have flood alleviation there. So yeah, I've been told by some local boaters, including Gary Dickens, who I met the other day on his boat. So nice guy, sign writer. He offered to do the sign writing on my boat, but I turned down because I want to do it myself eventually. Ooh. But yeah, everyone pretty much just said the River Nen is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, but you've got to pick the right time to go down it. But at least if you get stuck at Northampton, there's loads to do. It's a really nice place to go out, do a bit of shopping and all that. Got a great HMV. Got to plug the HMV because they've got a little CD from yours truly. It was just in there on the rack. I was like, yes, they've got the CD. I don't get much money for HMV stocking my CDs. They take most of it. But still, it's quite nice to see, having worked for HMV for a few years. Got a sign over on the left, I don't know if you can see it. It says 1815 to 2015. That's a commemorative project here, and we're going to see a few of these extra next to each lock. There's a little sort of mosaic type folk art, which I think is really cool. Not as good as my friends in Belgium. No, they live in Lille. That's France, isn't it? I can't remember. Yeah, Mary and Jean. who are brilliant folk artists, and they've painted me a little painting that I wish I could show you right now, but I may have shown it to you before. Anyway, we are on the Grand Union. We've got some window cleaners hard at work there. Actually, I think they're cleaning the outside of the building. Yeah, they're cleaning the paintwork. So one last look at Northampton. That's the lock we've just come from. That's the Carlsberg factory. That's where all the lager is. And here we go. I'm just going to tie up in a sec. Sort out my anchor. But I am going very, very slow, so I'm wondering if I need to check the propeller as well. Because like we're going so slow, and I know this part of the canal is awful. I do want to get away from this bit as quick as I possibly can, because it's just so shallow. I haven't dredged it, and it's not pleasant, but it's better than it has been apparently. Which is not saying much. So I don't even have to put it into reverse. Just cruising into the moorings here like that. That's how slow we're going. Okay, so I'm just tying up now, not to moor up. Don't you worry, I've still got a little bit more to do. But I'm going to tie up here, take my anchor off the front of the boat, because it is just a bit, well, it's completely unnecessary now. And it's bulky, it's in the way of other ropes, so I need to sort it out. I'll move the camera so you can see. I'll take you off the roof there. Come and join me. Okay, that should do. There we go. I've got some news tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a live stream as well. So this random out of nowhere live stream was basically because the weather's nice. I need to make some headway on the journey, but also just to let you know about tomorrow's one, so I can ensnare more viewers to my channel that I don't even know what it's about anymore. Is it about just moving the boat? Is it about what it's like to be a canal celebrity, or is it about history and I don't know, pubs? At the moment, I'm really enjoying doing these live streams because it's like I've got you with me as company. Ugh. It is quite lonely what I do. Which, you know, it wouldn't work if I did it like with a massive film crew or whatever. You know, and I couldn't have a family on board whilst I'm doing this. That wouldn't work either, I don't think. It's just, yeah, not enough space. So it's amazing that you're here. watching live or watching it back. And interacting with other people, I love seeing that. Chatting to each other in the comments. It's like when I first started boating, I was really impressed by the community. And I just wanted to keep that going as much as I could. I've since done nothing to help that, but you know, I still stand by what I said. Alright, lovely new chain that I bought for my anchor from from Pete and Karen at Tradline in Braunston, which is still my favourite rope shop. Just don't think there's just not any other ones that do it better. Please don't drop the anchor. Ooh, do not want to do that. I wanted to show you the chain there, but I think it's better if I just stash the anchor instead. And then let's get on. Stop wasting everyone's time, Robbie. There we go. Quite heavy. Well, what did I say that is? 15 kilos? Maybe not that much. Yeah, it probably is actually. Enough to stop the naughty lass. All right. Let's get you back on the roof. I'm just going to get a little drink. And then I'll untie. Don't know what happened there. But we are back. Yeah, so if you're watching this back, you might have a little blip there. We haven't lost much time. It's just when I went inside the boat, I think the internet signal failed. So I'm going to keep my phone out so we can get a better signal. I can see all your comments as well, obviously. And then we can chug along this. This bit is going to be slow, I warn you. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'll just see how far I can get. Hopefully I can find somewhere to moor. Or at least show you how difficult that is. It's a bit like the Pocklington Canal though. There's no moorings on that apart from one part along the 7-mile restored bit where you can actually moor up. The rest is just overgrown or too shallow. So they encourage you to moor up at locks. So that may be what I have to do today. Which is one of those last resort things. Oh yeah, I said I was going to check the propeller, didn't I? Yeah, okay, I better do that then. I did forget. Well, I can do it now quickly. Just got to shut the engine off. Did you hear that? I cut the engine, but it sort of didn't cut it enough, so there was still a bit of fuel coming through. Right, what have we got down here? Anything at all? bit. Nothing really worth bothering you with. But it is quite clear, so I'll give you a little view of the weed hatch because I know you love it. Can you see that? This is my weed hatch. It's not that clear, is it? This is reflection in the water, but there's nothing really down there. It doesn't take much. And with the shallowness of this canal, it can hinder you somewhat. Yeah, that's fine. On with the journey. Oof. Yeah. We're going to get a nice sunset. Looking good. There we go. So I'm just drifting in the middle of the Grand Union Canal, but it's fine because this is just the Northampton arm bit, which doesn't see a lot of traffic, especially not this time of year. No one's bothering coming down here. Unless they're on the way back from the marina, but the marina, I checked the other day, is full, so everyone who's there is there, pretty much. Apart from one guy I met called Gary, who was out of there, had enough of those locks. Right. Let's crack it. Yeah, obviously I'm going faster. I'm applying more throttle, but that's much better. Right, I'll try and answer some of your questions now. We've got Emma Kelly saying time to turn the kettle on, time to get the kettle on. You're absolutely right, and I'm not going to bore you with that. I could have done just now, got a cup of coffee or something, but no, we're going to crank it. Got lots to do this week. Lots to do every week, really. But anyway, gold watch should be nice, says Andy. What? What, down the weed hatch? No, don't think so. Nagita Hajiro, I hope that's how you pronounce your name. It says, what size is your solar panel? I think it's a 450 watt solar panel, something like that. I may be wrong. It's not bad. Just need more sun right now. But at least my engine is charging the battery, so I'm happy. Kelvin Brown, so you are on the River Nen then? I am unfortunately not on the River Nen anymore. I've just left. This is the Grand Union Northampton Arms. This is what you use to get to the River Nen, or Neen. What's my personal thoughts on the new fee by CRT? Well, I think it's absolutely incredible that it really, and it's just something I can't quite understand. I mean, maybe if it was it'd be fine. Yeah, so that's my opinion. There we go, hope you enjoyed that. Kept me in a lot of trouble, you will. Lol. This is great. I've slowed down for a boat that's moored ahead, but also because it's just, this is just perfect, isn't it? This is what it's all about. This is why I love doing what I do. This time of year you get the perfect light if you're a filmmaker or photographer, and you also get all these colours to play with as well, usually. Although it was a bit of a grey start to the day. Did some filming in Northampton today. It was just basically grey all day long until I switched on YouTube and did this live, and it's all brightened up. Clive Wheeler, your opinion was all broken up. Was that because it was full of expletives? Maybe. No, I don't get angry at stuff. I only get angry at myself. Weather is very mixed at the moment. So whenever it's been sunny, I've been moving the boat pretty much. That's a standard thing anyway, though, isn't it? Then let me ask you lot then. What's your opinion on the increase in licence fee? Doing it not just on 1 year, but spreading it across 5 different years, which potentially would happen anyway. Whoa! All right, blimey. It's geese. They are funny. Hi Kate, yes I did have a good Halloween, thank you very much. Halloween party. Hi mate, you alright? Just going past the boat and I didn't realise I was on board. They just said hello, that was cool. I've got to say again, people in Northampton have just been smashing. They've just been so friendly, so chatty and open, and all the things that you need as if you're a traveller working your way around the country. You don't want to come across a load of people who are just going to be tight-lipped and, you know, up themselves or whatever. So yeah, Northampton, very pleasant surprise. I did not think I would like it here, but I really do. I think before, because I visited by train, it was a really rainy day, so I wasn't into it then. But it's really cool. Anyway, we're moving away from Northampton now, very slowly, because there's a lot of stuff in the canal. There's a lot of leaves, there's a lot of silt, there's a lot of, well, yeah, there's not much rubbish. I was surprised at. I was thinking this canal's going to be really dirty, but it's fine. Right, we're going to get tendrilled by this thing here. Ah. Some brambles overhanging. Like War of the Worlds. Congratulations, Lavi and Ollie. Just bought a boat. Please don't blame me when it goes wrong. And I just hope you really enjoy it. Good luck. I'm not going to help you though. That's on you. That's on you. Well, I might help a little bit. If I'm close by, I could pop in and do a little video, couldn't I? showing everyone how great I am by helping you. I'm joking. I do want to occasionally turn the camera around so you can see my face like this, just to prove that I am here. But at the same time, we've got to get this view, haven't we? We've got to see the sun setting. I did have an idea for a series of YouTube videos once where I would just go around helping people. I'm not very handy though, I can only do various little basic things. And every boat's different, of course. But maybe just to have that moral support would be quite nice. But to film something and do it is, it's long-winded. Anyone who's doing a boat fit out YouTube channel will know that. They will know how much editing you have to do as well as all the work. And that's when it becomes really long and drawn out for these poor people. But it is good content. People do want to see that sort of thing, don't they? It's just not easy. Well, there's no easy job. Well, I was a concierge once, that was quite easy. Just sat there and buzzed people in through the door, that was it. Deliver their post, vacuum the floors. That's a good, yeah, right. Marion has got a bet here, right? So how many locks do you think I'm going to get done before the sun sets? That's what Marion Johansson says. Marion, who is from Copenhagen, is that right? I can't remember. Sorry if I've got that wrong. So we've got some guesses coming in. How many locks am I going to do before the sun sets and I'm forced to moor up? Adrian said 5, Andy said 4, Sue said 3. She's got slightly less confidence, but actually I think you're closer to the true figure. It would be nice to do another 3. I think it's going to be 2, just at the speed we're going. This is not a section you can crank it along. Kate Broom got a great question there. I'm from Belgium, she says. The so-called cut is located where? Please? Well, the cut is a nickname. It's another name for the canal. Or perhaps if there's a river, this makes more sense. There's a river navigation when there's a weir, so when the water flows down, you need a lock. So you can definitely refer to those bits as the cut, where there's a man-made bit of canal that comes off the river. But yeah, we all just call the canal the cut, really. But if you were in a marina, you wouldn't call it the cut. That's how I see it. So we've got some guesses coming in. How many locks am I going to do before it gets dark? So Marion says 2, Neil says 2, Alison Palmer, Cranky Crew, Alison says 3, Nick says 2, yeah, so we're thinking 2 or 3. I'm not going to join in this bet because obviously I can decide when I want to stop. And if you're watching this, please don't come and find me on this canal in the middle of the night and knock on my door, because that would just be really freaky. Because we headed out into the middle of nowhere, really. We're just leaving the industrial part of Northampton and we are heading to an area where, if you look on the map, you could see some houses either side or whatever, and we're heading towards the M1 motorway. But for the most part, you just feel like, yeah, just in the middle of nowhere, or at least near some nice parks. Lots of dog walkers on this stretch. Kate, do not feel embarrassed. Do not feel embarrassed at all, because I often think, how hard must it be to try and learn English as a language, the way that we speak it in the UK? Because there's so many different accents, there's so many different words for things, or there's one word that means just so many other things. You know, it's mind-boggling. I wouldn't like to have to learn English, let's just put it that way. Alison is saying 1 lock at my current speed. I think, yeah, you might be right there. Al Wobbly Boater says sunset is at 4:15, by the way, so yeah. He reckons a total of 3. Ah, okay, so Al's including the previous one in his bet. So, you know, that's your get out there. You can you can say, oh yeah, I said 3 including the one you've been through. Paul says, which engine is this? The one you're listening to right now is an ST2, Lister ST2. So that's air-cooled, 2-cylinder obviously, 13.5 horsepower at your disposal, if you choose to employ it. And it leaks engine oil almost constantly, as they all do. The old engines. It does sound lovely, doesn't it? Sounds nice. It's comforting, I think, for a lot of people. Barry Whitfield says, is that firewood on top of the boat? It is, yeah. Yeah. So all that is ash that I found chopped up from, and if you know about your trees or nature, there's a thing called ash dieback, and unfortunately it's affecting a lot of ash trees in England and possibly further afield. Oh look, it's a train. Yeah! Sorry, I interrupt this tree chat to talk about this train pulling some containers across the canal. You could not time that any better. Fantastic. That's made my day. And I've had an amazing day, so that's how good this is. But this is a canal channel, so we hate trains, right? That, you know, oh, look at me, I'm a train. Get over yourself. Well, certainly over the canal. Anyway, we're going to go for this lock next. So I need to deftly manoeuvre here a little bit, jump off, tie up, taking my phone with me so that I can, oh, hopefully this is going to work. If it cuts out, it hasn't worked. Actually, I think I might take you with me. Ooh. Hiya. Train noise has stopped. Right, this lock, I don't think it's going to be in my favour, because there was another boat who came through this way called Gary, and this is where I met him, so I think it will be full. Let's have a look. Oh, before that, let's have a look at this. Shopping trolley full of rubbish, and another shopping trolley. Well, at least they're not in the canal. Yes, look at this lock. I'm just going to put the camera here. I think that's a good place to put it. Yeah, we've got some more. Oh, it's pretty much in our favour. That's should just have to open these gates and we're there, I think. Shouldn't really do it like that. If you get too close like that, you can slip and chin yourself. This is the best way to do it. Using your big arse muscles. Sorry, my big arse muscles. Having a big arse is good. I don't know why people complain about it. More power. More power for opening locks. The sun has dipped behind the trees. Just about to see it. Not gone down yet. Oh. Current guess of how many locks I can do before it gets dark, before I have to moor up, is averaging about 2 or 3, isn't it? I think 2. Most people have said 2. I think that's very safe. 3 if you include the one that I've just been through. So I'm really going to try and live up to this and get you your 3. But remember that I'm doing a live stream tomorrow, taking on the challenge. I think I might do a 12 lock challenge, the last 12 locks, because that'll just be really fun. I'll just do it at lunchtime or something like that. That'll give me some time to get up there, get ready. Back on the roof with you. Yeah, what time? I don't know. 12 p.m. GMT. It is really hard to plan these things because first and foremost I've got to move the boat. Making these live videos is just something that I'm tacking on the end, you know, trying to do as well. It's an extra ball I'm juggling. But I'm so grateful, 390 of you watching this, 230 so far have smashed that like button, have absolutely cranked the like button. And yeah, that's looking good. I was going to push the front out there, but it doesn't need it. We're about to go into lock 16, the Northampton Grand Union, the Grand Union Northampton arm. Just not a great spot, place to moor. There's moorings at either end. There's no water, there's no facilities apart from when you get all the way down to Gayton Junction. So that's hopefully where I'll be at least by tomorrow night. I've got a mate coming down, we're going to have a go at the engine, go for a drink, talk about some business plans, all sorts. Right, I better take my fenders up now. It's looking a bit narrow here. Oof. Yeah, bit of a squeeze. Thanks, Kate. Kate's just subscribed. Let me know if you've just subscribed today or if you're a recent subscriber to this channel. I'd love to hear from you. Although, not right now, because... oh, John Cox, just seen your question. What time tomorrow? It'll probably be about 12 p.m, 1 p.m, GMT. Ugh. I am going as fast as I can, by the way. As fast as my old back can take, and the back is actually all right at the moment. It's good, very strong. I've been working out a lot, just trying to make sure my back is the strongest it can be. Just keep working on that. It just doesn't like all them burpees and sit-ups and all that sort of stuff. Flexion. I should get the results of my MRI scan soon, because I went and had one of them done. Unfortunately, for any doctor's treatment, any hospital stuff, I have to travel about 130 odd miles to get to my nearest hospital, or the one that is nearest to where my GP is, which is near where my parents live. So that's one of the things that continuous cruisers have to put up with. You're always sort of tied to one postal location, really, if you've got health issues. Or if you, yeah, same with the dentist, they want to see a permanent mooring, or a permanent address rather. I think we're doing all right. I think the signal's still, it's good, isn't it? I've really suffered on these live streams from bad signal on the Ashby canal. Well, actually, that was a lot better than I was thinking it was going to be. Okay, this might be a bit fierce, so brace yourselves. Okay, that's kind of sending the boat back a bit too far. So it was better the last time I did it. Hi mate. Warming up now. Right, while this is filling up, I'm going to have a look at some of your comments, because I don't want to take this too quickly, this lock. Sorry, someone called Michael has put, got one of those narrowboats, have you? Excellent, thank you for that. Another train going over. This time it's a boring old passenger train, which we see lots of them, it's fine. Sue says she just left Northampton heading towards Gayton. No, I think you're talking about me, aren't you, Sue? I don't feel like I've just left Northampton though. I feel like it's been taking me quite a while. The Watcher says, are you going to do another TV programme? I enjoyed the last one. Very relaxing, question mark. Yeah, well, I think it was quite relaxing for most people. They quite liked it. In fact, it sent most of them to sleep. That's why they put it on early in the evening. And I think yesterday channel, they're putting it on. In fact, I'm making a show called Canalboat Diaries for yesterday at the moment. It's 10 times 1 hour episode, so you can really fall asleep to that one. Although you will be woken up by adverts every now and then, so oh well, you can't have it all. Ah, some sweet comments coming here. I just love how shocked this one was. This is brilliant. Thank you, Riley. I'm just looking for. The public eye, new here because foxes and cruising the cut are off the canals. That's quite a thing, isn't it? If you invest all your time watching videos of people sharing their lives on boats, you can become attached, don't you? And so as soon as they move away from the boats, this is what you like. It's difficult, isn't it, to justify sort of. Well, it's difficult when someone you really admire makes vlogs and then they just go and make something completely different because that's what they want to do, which is their choice. And it is difficult to follow them on that. Although I think Cruising the Cut's making some really good content, if you like that sort of thing. What's the hook you use in the weed hatch? Graham says. I want one. Well, you can't have it, Graham. Well, you might be able to order one. I'm not sure what they're called. I got mine from the Basingstoke Canal chap there who owned the marina. So he just gave me one. I was like, "You sure you don't want any money for it?" And I said, "No, absolutely not." Yeah, take it. Absolute legend. I've mentioned him and the device on some live streams from the summer. Alan Michael says, have you ever thought about doing the backwaters in India? I have thought about what it might be like, but it's not something that I want to do right now. Or ever, probably. I don't know how adventurous you think I am, but I'm not that adventurous. I'm lazy. I like my home comforts as much as they are. You see all these TV shows where you get celebrities going off to travelling around the world or whatever. They don't really do that. They get put up in hotels and they get absolutely pampered. What I do, I get in my boat and live my life as pretty much as normal, just dictated by where we want to go and the time we've got. It's as real as you can get with a travel show. Most of them it is just bullshit. Or so I hear. Allegedly. Right, let's get out of this lock. I'm going to try to minimise the amount of time pulling in and tying up. Hoping if I hover by the entrance and close the gate before the boat gets too far on, but that can be difficult, you know. Do you know what I mean? You know, when you sort of go right to the end of the lock, you can't really tie it onto anything, so just leave it hovering a little bit. Ooh, we are struggling now. Does not like going up to the locks. Oh. Let's see if, well, let's just go back to that. Yeah, it's really slow, isn't it? Let's see if pulling the boat is actually any quicker. It might be. What, oh, I'll do it from, oh shit. Oh, you bastard. Sorry. Sorry for the swearing. Sorry, Mum. I just dropped that rope. But I didn't get angry. See, I didn't get angry. I just swore profusely. Right, I'm going to grab this, see if this is quicker this way. I bet it is. Unless I slip up in this swears over here. Alright, go. Loads quicker. It's going to be a trick to stop this, actually. I haven't thought about this properly, but at least I'm on the right side. Oh. See if I can tie that on and leave it. Let's have a look. Do a little canalman's hitch there. Let's see if that does the job. I think it has. If you're a boater who don't know what a canalman's hitch is, I think it's also known as a tugboat hitch as well, I think. It's very, very easy. It's definitely one of those ones you need to learn if you don't already know it. You probably do already know it, you don't even know it. By the way, on my phone, it makes it look lighter than they are, by the way. Worried about you. I'm not doing that again. I was on the tidal Trent. One of the most dramatic live streams I've ever done. A world first, surely. A narrowboat on a tidal river, live, dark. That was very scary. So not doing that again, ever. Done it, don't need to do it again. Yeah, very reliable knot I've just tied. But yeah, it was a little bit difficult then to get it off. Right, let's go. Let's actually crank it. We can't crank it too fast. But cranking it's not about going fast, it's about just moving forward. Just keeping going. Oh my goodness! Which for some reason we're not at all. Come on. It's stuck. Push away. And then go. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Sorry. Let's do some random general shout outs. Shout out Crank It crew members. Love you guys. Without you, wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Just wouldn't have got there. And shout out family and friends if you're watching. You should be. Why are you not watching? Supporting your friend and family. Marion, I think you're going to lose your bet of how many locks I'm going to do, because I am absolutely cranking it towards the next one. I'm determined, in fact, to do the next one. I mean, that would have been a good mooring back there by that lock. So there's quite a lot of space for another boat if they wanted to tie up briefly. Right, we've got a mile mark we've just passed here, and it says 4. So we've got 4 miles of this arm of the Grand Union to do to get back on the actual Grand Union. So I can get me to Milton Keynes. That's my that's my destination, I think, for this year. Look at this sunset, come on. And also, we can see this thing. Right, for ages I've seen that. What the hell is that? It's a massive tower in Northampton. Well, that is the National Lift Tower. And it was, at one point, the place to test out high-speed lifts in Europe. That was the place to do it. I don't know if it's still going. If anyone can tell me that if it's still going, that would be very handy. Azzy Twos says, could you steer a narrowboat with a wheel instead of a tiller? Yes, you can, and I've seen it done. It's just a different type of contraption, really. And obviously, a lot of the wide beams you can get, like a Dutch beams and that, they have wheels. This is a boat. You might not see many of them. It's not a big monster. So if you're listening, I was just chatting to a lady with her dog. The dog was just staring at, going, "What is that?" I remember my mum's dog first saw this boat, and with the engine going, just thought it was a big monster, big green monster, and was just like. Oh, what's this? A bit of. What is that stuff? Oh, valerian. That's like a branch of valerian that's just popped down. That's weird. Bridge 14. Right, this bit I'm going along now is very, very slow, so I'll carry on answering your questions if you like that. Oh, thanks, Al. A wobbly boater, Al, as he's our moderator, and he's very generously moderating us for free and also supporting me on the Crank It crew. So massive shout out. But he shared the link to the live stream cruising. I wouldn't say it was cruising. I'd say it was absolutely desperately cranking along the River Trent, hoping to moor up before it gets too dark. And it cuts out right at the end, but I do make it. Just about. In fact, I had to make a separate video to say that I had made it. Marion Johansson saying, I won't make it before sunset. I don't think we said how many locks before sunset. Did we? Hang on, I'm going to go back. Oh, I can't go back that far. Well, you can't change the bet now. I've done 2 locks. I would like to do just 1 more anyway. But as you can see, it's really, really slow. I'll just turn the camera around so you can get a little bit of that cloud there. It's rather pink. So that's showing that the sun is still slightly visible above the horizon. Marion. Phil Hayes, thank you. He's saying that the tower, National Lift Tower, not used anymore. For lifts anyway. Whew, you wouldn't be going skiing on this. We wouldn't be going water skiing. Sean James Cameron, Crank It crew. Why have you had to resubscribe? YouTube is going downhill, apparently. Okay. Craig Culver, yeah, good point. He says, I see the Turnip the Pumpkin is no longer with us. Yeah, he didn't last very long. And people were saying that at the time. But I had to get him out early pumpkin. I did another one at Halloween as well. Because they bloody love it, don't they? Come on. Going so slow now. This is how slow we're going. I did kind of eat a bit of turnip. I ate his insides in a soup with some potatoes. What do you guys reckon? They're like, get out of our way. You're being too slow. Well, I can't help myself, can I? Can't help myself. I can't help it. There's just not enough volume of water around the propeller. I am going to have to try and clear the propeller now. You might have to go round. Just trying to tell the swans. Going backwards first than we can go forwards. It's the Pocklington Canal all over again. If you haven't seen the Pocklington Canal videos, absolutely, I just think they're one of the best, well, probably one of the most extreme remote boating you can get. And that was just a really good set of videos, that. The other ones that I really recommend if you want to watch some of my old videos are the ones from the River Weaver. They were really good, I think. And for extra autumn vibes, all the ones that I did on the Trent and Mersey. Some really good autumn leave footage on that one, mixed with some just like real boat stuff. And yeah, there is one thing, right, we've got to watch out now. There may be an otter. We may see otters. I mean, I doubt you're going to see him, but I'm ready with my camera now. I really want to capture some. So I've got a spare camera in my hand and I'm just ready on 5x zoom. So somewhere around here, I don't know if they'll come out in the evening more than during the day. But I've been told this is the place, this is the stretch to see them on. I'd bloody love that. I'd love it if I saw an otter. Bloody love it. Mark Phillips, how absolutely bloody dare you. Now, he says, now you're a celeb, why don't you get someone else to move the boat between locations for you? Are you insane? Have you lost your mind? Where's the fun in that? And also, this is my home, so I'm not going to let someone else move my home while I just sleep or do my washing. No, I never want to miss a moment on this boat. I'm completely addicted to it. It's just something I've got to do. It has completely ruined my life. Any chance of a normal life, I've lost that. But you can't buy this. Try, you just can't buy it. Do you think I would have to, Marion says I'd have to cut my engine and just sit and watch for the otters. So maybe I will see them early tomorrow morning. Perhaps I'll get up early and see if I can get any footage for you. So right now I'm not seeing sugar drops. Michelle, thank you for that. She says prime otter spotting is now and in so dawn or dusk. Dusk or dawn, I should say. Dusk till dawn. Great film. A little bit rude, but great film. Terry Nutkin! Why are you talking about Terry Nutkins? Anne-Marie Backhouse. Terry Nutkins. Who? I got some stories about Terry Nutkins. No, I haven't. I haven't got any stories on anyone. Not yet. Lovely sunset over there, isn't it? By the way. With the National Lift Tower, which used to be the place for testing lifts. Yeah, we don't really like minks, do we? There's some comments there about mink. But yeah, otters are vicious as well. Terry Nutkins lost a finger to an otter. Did you already say that? Maybe that's what you said. So I did have some stories about Terry Nutkins. Legend, absolute legend. I hope he's alive and well. I honestly don't know. Shout out Bill Oddie. I hope you're alive and well. And also Chris Packham. We've got the same agent. I've never met him, but yeah. Shout out to those guys. I've got the same agent as Bill Oddie and Chris Packham. I thought that's the way to do it, isn't it? Try and get myself on Country File. Right, so where I am now, I'll try and show you on the map. Briar Hill Meadows, near Northampton. Doesn't help you at all, does it? Northampton's East Midlands, and East Midlands is an area in the middle of England, which if you look on the map of the UK is in the south, really. So even though it says Northampton, it's actually quite far southern, in Northamptonshire. So can I show you? Is that too vague? That's a map of the UK. Hopefully it's the right around, because for me it's mirrored. So hopefully it's all right. Yeah. We're to the west of Northampton. Now, where's the next lock? This is what I want to know. Can we do one more lock? One more lock. One more lock. For that, I might need to open up my other app here. It shows me where I'm looking at. You can't see any of that. It's nonsense, isn't it? Next lock isn't for a while. In fact, it's about 1 kilometre away. Are we going to make it? Who cares? Lawrence Osborne, welcome. No, I am not on the River Nen. This is the Grand Union Northampton Arm, in brackets. That's a pink cloud, which means the sun's it's still somewhere in the sky, peeking over the hills a little bit. You don't want to go too fast on these shallow and narrow canals, because you end up ripping all the reeds out of the side, then that just gets in the way for the next person. But I'm literally going as fast as I can. Well, you know what, if I get to the next lock and then we have completely lost the light, then I will just moor up before the lock. How about that? If I can, I think there's somewhere to moor. I did want to make it to where there's a McDonald's, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. Get a Mackie D's breakfast. Has your opinion gone down of me since I've said that? Oh well. Sean James Cameron, when is the book coming out? I don't know, I did a lot of work on it recently. Like sort of a lot of images from behind the scenes. I was trying to imagine what people really want to see from a book from me. I know the kind of book I want to make, but it'll be mostly like for my own pleasure, like nostalgia, old photos of places I've been to, and I don't know if people are interested in that. Maybe a good mix of that and yeah, like modern how we made Canal Boat Diaries type behind the scenes images, most of which I'm not allowed to show. Not because they're particularly revealing, but sort of it's not a particularly glamorous process, you know. It's not like, oh look, there's a massive film crew. Yeah, it's just like me and occasionally a couple of other guys out there filming the weird and wonderful waterways of the UK or England. It'd be nice to go to Wales and Scotland, Northern Ireland. Well, if there's any navigable canals there, I'm not so sure. Verity says, never mind the book, what about a new CD? Well, I am working on music, but I'm getting ready for a live show next year, live run. Only small shows, like 100, 200 people, but if I'm lucky. But there'll be some music in there, so I'm going to really try and nail this whole loop pedal thing, because that's the only way I can really play some of my songs on my own without a band. You've all been brilliant with your comments, by the way. It's just been really entertaining seeing them come through. At present we've got 460 almost. Can we get 460 people? That would be a record, I think. Yes! We've got 462 people watching right now. 351 of them have cranked the like button right up, so I'm appreciative, thank you so much. And all the comments are just really good today. You're on form. So we're past sunset now in terms of the time that had been given for a sunset. 4:15 was the sunset. But yeah, new CD, I don't think, I'd like to probably release singles. That's my next way of bringing out more music. Book, that could happen next year. DVD is happening next year, but I mean, it's nothing to do with me. It's BBC. They're doing it. So yeah, that'll come out. If you've got a DVD player, you can probably already pre-order it on Amazon or any other suppliers. And then new series coming out of Canal Boat Diaries, 10 episodes, 1 hour each. That is going out in spring. And get ready, it's going to be the best one yet. Of course it is. It's certainly the longest one and the most effort I've ever put into anything in my life. So yeah, you should enjoy it. I have got my head torch. Luckily, I saw my producer Stu today. We did a little bit of filming, walking around Northampton, and he helped me because I do need a bit of help with that, getting people's permission and all that sort of stuff. And he brought back my head torch, what I'd lent him. So that was good. So I've got it ready. It's not at the ready. So yeah. I may have to go through this next lock in the dark if the mooring's not great. I've done it before, and I've got the best head torch you can buy, pretty much. So will be not short of light. Yep, Canal Boat Diaries will feature the Ashby Canal. It'll also feature almost the entire Birmingham Canal navigations. If you ever wondered what it's going to be like to try and tick off all the canals in Birmingham and live on them at the same time, then yeah, you're going to love it. And also, there's the Grand Union, there's the Oxford Canal, Coventry Canal, and even one of my favourites, Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. That's going to be on the next series. We go back. It's the only time we've actually gone back and filmed in the same location a couple of times. But just going the other way made it even better. Just a complete different take. Everyone's saying thank you, you're very sweet. You're very welcome to share this moment with me. Watching the sun go down, or watching the pink clouds ahead of us. But pretty soon, I think I will have to moor up. Which means I will have just done 2 locks. Just 2 locks. Oh, shout out Carrier Bag, aka Greg. Nice to hear from you, mate. I've not done the Erewash Canal, actually. I really do want to do that one. I've been warned off it by lots of people saying it's gritty and it's rough and all that sort of stuff. But then I've been around the Birmingham Canal navigation. Once you've done that, you can do anything. No, it wasn't that bad. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. The only thing about the Birmingham Canal navigations this year was it just became a bit monotonous because I spent about 3 months on them, I think. So it was a long time. You know, I just wanted to move on by then. I've got a truck as well, so I was like driving up and down the same old roads. $466 people are watching right now. Thank you so much. And over 400 likes have been cranked. Just about to go under this dark bridge. And to me, it looks darker than what you're seeing. I'm going to put my light on. The tunnel light. Check that out. Hi mate, you're right. And I'm just going to go through here. See if we can see the lock. I can't see it. The boat speed is about 2 miles an hour. Maybe 1. As I'm going through this bridge. The less volume I've got around my propeller, the slower I go. Or I should say the propeller, as well as the swim and the other parts of the bottom of the boat. Obviously more friction equals less speed. I'm on Otter Watch. I've not seen any signs so far, but this is the area where we could see some. That would absolutely make my year. It's been a bloody good year. to be honest. Hard work. Really hard work. But lots of fun as well. Can we get to 500 people watching this? That would be amazing. That would be a nice round number. Mike Sheldon says, are you coming to Manchester again at all? I would love to. I miss Manchester. I've not been for a while. In fact, I have booked a tattoo recently, not in Manchester, but I've booked one that shows a scene from the Bridgewater Canal. I wonder if you can guess what scene that might be. Well, you have to find out. Oh, here we go. We're over 500 people watching. Oh man, I'm made up. Thank you so much. Does that mean you've all sort of rang round and gone, hey mum, get YouTube on. Yeah, Robbie Cumming. Yeah, that one. No, not that one. No, yeah, no, the live one. It's the live. Click on the live. Well, thanks for doing that if you have done. And if you have just joined, I've come up 2 locks off the River Nen, or Nen, as they call it in Northampton. Just about to see the Northampton Lighthouse behind me. This is I don't know if you can see that, but it's also known as the National Lift Tower. And you can see it all along this canal, pretty much. And it's been a great live stream for one that's just quite random. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. In fact, it's going to happen. Tomorrow at midday, UK time, obviously. But yeah, certainly getting dark. I'm going to put the camera forward again so you can see where we're going. I just need to get to the next lock and I'll tie up before it. Is the current plan. Very slow, but actually I wouldn't want to speed along this bit, would I, in the limited light that I've got? Bearing in mind it looks a lot darker for me than it does for you on this stream. Yeah, and tomorrow we'll get 600 people watching. That'd be great, wouldn't it? I doubt it, because there'll be mostly people will be at work or busy living their lives. Yeah, Wobbly Boater Al is our moderator, and he says about 12, so I'm definitely going to have to aim for... I'll just start doing something at midday, even if it's not me actually moving the boat to where I want to start it from. I'll just switch it on then, how about that? It was going to be a big, can I do 17 locks in a day challenge? But then I saw the light tonight and I thought, let's just go for it. Let's just do a couple of locks, break the back of it, would you call it? Or at least reduce workload for tomorrow. So I've got 15 locks to do tomorrow. And that'll get me to at least to the water point where I can fill up the water tank. Thanks for all the likes, by the way. When you do press the love heart or whatever it is, I can see the love heart thing going off, and it's very sweet. It makes me feel loved. I don't need love. I just need a pint in a minute. I have actually got some beer on board, but as always, I'm trying to be good. And I had quite a night of it on Saturday night anyway, so yeah, that was good fun. But one where next day I wished I hadn't drunk so much. But when people start buying you drinks, you got to neck them, haven't you? You got to, yeah. Well, you've also got to have boundaries. I'm struggling with setting my boundaries. I need to do that more. Yeah, I'm booked in, and we've got the next lot coming up. I can just about see it. I think I can see it anyway. Or is that another boat? Is that a boat moored up on the lock landing? Oh, okay. This might be a turn of a... This might mean I have to go up through the lock. If that is a boat, I can't really see, to be honest. Hey up, Malcolm. Malcolm Slater. Now, Malcolm featured in the Poplington video I made that I mentioned earlier on. And I was reminded of him just the other day when I was moored somewhere near here, where a photographer came along and I said, all right, have you got any good snaps? And of course, any photographer will go to throttle you if you say something like that. So yeah, they're photographs, not snaps. Are you kidding me? Greg, carry a bag. Said, last time I went to the pub was with you, Robbie, a long time ago. Yeah, it was about, oh, it wasn't that long ago, was it? 2000, it was last year. Oh, that's okay. But, around about 18 months ago, yeah. God, we've slowed right down. I need to check my propeller privilege. I need to check the propeller and see if it's all right. I mean, I've just cleared it, hopefully, by reversing. Yeah. Excuse me. I had an awful cold recently that lasted about 2 weeks. Some lovely people dropped me off some boaters that I met in Rugby. They came along and their boat was called Marpessa 2. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but they brought me medicines and beer, so brilliant, and chocolate. Awesome. Right, yeah, we have got a boat on the landing in front of a lock. This is going to be embarrassing for them. And also, yeah, for me it means I need to get my head torch out. We are going through this lock. We are doing 3 locks. So everyone that says only 2 locks today, you're all now unfortunately wrong. And it's all this boat's fault. The boat you can't probably even see yet, but I can. So yeah, one more lock. I'm gonna have to tie on next to this boat. Which they're gonna have to just deal with. Hopefully they're all right. Hopefully they're in. That'd be nice to say hello at least. Right, let's get ready for this. So I'm tying up, then I'm going to get my head torch, and then I'm going to go and open the lock. Can you see it? There's the boat on the left. Sorry, I was just leaning into the engine bay there to turn some more lights on. They're going to think, what the bloody hell? That was just my fender dropping down into the water, by the way. Right. Actually, there is a free bollard. We won't have to tie up next to them. That's good. Al, I don't think that was a wobbly boat. It's just sent a link there saying live from Pocklington. I don't think I ever did a. Did I do? I can't remember if I did. I don't think I did. It was all they're like proper full length vlogs. Anyway, actually, there's almost enough space to moor here. It's just, can I get the boat in? It's not particularly. Oh, let's go for it. Yeah, okay, I'm just thinking, I can't moor up here, so I'm going to do it. So, that's it. 2 locks. Game over. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm just going to take you up to the lock where we can end it all. I don't mean, I mean end the live stream and make it an unlive stream, a dead stream. A bit like this part of the canal, it's not flowing at all, but there's some water coming out just there. So there we are, moored up. Please don't come and find me in the middle of the night because it's going to freak me. And then tomorrow at 12 noon, we'll crank it again on up this way. And if I have any otter footage that I can get for you, I'll try and get that and share it somehow on all my social medias. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Threads, that's a new one, I really enjoy Threads. TikTok, I've got a TikTok thing as well, I really enjoy that as well. And of course YouTube. So anyway, thanks so much for watching this live stream, and I will see you again for another one. Bye.